Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for standing by and welcome to Visual BI's webinar. Today we will be talking about SAP Analytics Cloud and how SAP is going all in with SAC as a go-forward BI and analytics platform. We will also discuss if and how customers should follow suit. During the presentation, all participants will be in listen-only mode. If you have a question during the presentation, please submit it via the Q&A portion of the screen. Simply type your question into the box and click the send button. Our presenter will address questions at the end of the presentation, time permitting. If you do not hear your question today, don't worry, we will deliver answers to you individually after the webinar. The webinar is being recorded and a link to the replay will be sent to you via email. Presenting today is Anthony Savari. Anthony is a senior manager with close to 13 years of information technology experience in the area of information management, data architecture, and creating interactive reporting environments specializing in SAP Business Objects suite of tools. I will now turn the presentation over to the presenter.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this webinar and thanks for attending. As part of this webinar, I'm required to show this legal disclaimer. This presentation of Visual BI strategy are bound to change with time for any reasons without notice. Let's quickly get into the agenda of this webinar. I'll quickly walk you through the overview about the analytics strategy from SAP, some introduction, capabilities, connectivity options of SAP Analytics Cloud. We will also briefly compare some of the legacy BI tools with SAC and see how SAC fares against these tools if you're planning to migrate to SAP Analytics Cloud. We will also see a couple of customer use cases, a couple of live demos if time permitting, and then we'll move on to the Q&A section. To start with a brief introduction about Visual BI solutions, what we do, who we are. Visual BI is an end-to-end BI enablement firm. We work on all BI products and offer a wide range of products, services, and trainings. We are a gold partner for Microsoft and a premier partner for SAP. We specialize on getting your data ready as part of the enterprise information management. We provide EIM strategy. We have done a lot of BW for HANA implementations, all the way to the visualization aspect of BI. Over the years, we've got to work with some of the customers across the globe, across a wide spectrum of products, services, trainings, or a combination of one or more of them. Some of the customers are here in your slide, in your screen. As far as the spectrum of offerings are concerned, these are some of the offerings we specialize on. We specialize on a full spectrum of products. There is a misconception that Visual BI, as the name goes, specialize only on visualization aspects. I would like to emphasize that we also do a lot of work on the EIM space, ETL, on-prem and cloud database with a truckload of front-end experience as well. So we are a one-stop shop for all your BI and analytics needs. For more details, do reach us or visit us at www.visualbi.com. Okay, to start with SAP, we will briefly walk you through what SAP has in store for the analytics strategy and roadmap, the portfolio of SAP Analytics, and then the hybrid BI strategy that SAP is emphasizing on. So the cloud and on-premise solutions are the cloud native combining BI, predictive and planning capabilities of BI is predominantly taken care of by the SAP Analytics Cloud, which kind of interoperates with the hybrid enablers like the SAP Analytics Hub and Analysis for Office to kind of bridge the gap between the on-premise and cloud platforms. And then we have the pure play on-premise solutions that consist of the BI suite of tools, the BW for HANA and the BPC. So having said that, the business intelligence portfolio of SAP is broadly classified into three different categories. The data discovery aspect of it is taken care of by the SAP Analytics Cloud. There is also the dashboarding applications on-premise that is taken care of by the SAP Lumira, with some strong scripting capabilities to create sophisticated dashboards. And we also have the evergreen reporting environment that is taken care of by the SAP Business Objects, Web Intelligence, and Crystal Reports. And the Microsoft Office integration is taken care of by the SAP Analysis for Microsoft Office and Business Objects Live Office. And then the Analytics Hub, which kind of consolidates all the SAP and non-SAP visualizations, which are on-premise or in the cloud into one single portal. So SAP keeps emphasizing on the hybrid BI strategy. A lot of our customers are wondering what will be the future for the SAP Business Objects Enterprise, what will happen to the investments that are made to the Business Objects Enterprise platform. So as you see on the right, we are currently on the SAP BI 4.2 Service Pack 7 with the Service Pack 8 due for release later this year, and the BI 4.3 is due for release early next year, and the mainstream maintenance will be extended even after 2026. So the on-premise Business Objects Enterprise suite of tools is here to exist for at least another 8-9 years. So SAP Analytics Cloud is another area where SAP is investing to move the visualization, the reporting aspects on the cloud. SAP Analytics Cloud is also going to come up with a capability to connect to Webby as a data model. So a lot of customers have invested heavily on Webby as a reporting tool. So SAC will be able to leverage this Webby reports as a data source for the SAP Analytics Cloud report, dashboards and reports. And the live universe connectivity enhancements make sure that the data will remain on premise, whereas the visualization happens on the cloud. It is also going to utilize the data security, the row level security from the universe, the hybrid user management, wherein the on premise existing users will be migrated to the cloud. There is also the SAP BI 4.3 connectivity servers are getting utilized in the SAP Analytics Cloud. This will enable SAP Analytics Cloud to connect to over 100 data sources. Some exciting features on the pipeline. There are also some licensing options that are being introduced by SAP. So a lot of things to look forward to, and to make the usability of SAP Analytics a lot better. So when I talk about the licensing options, so SAP has come up with a couple of new licensing options. The first one on the left, what you see is a Webby only license, which means that like you can buy Webby as a tool along with the Business Objects Enterprise platform. Clearly indicates that Webby as a reporting tool is here to stay for a long time. On the center, you see that SAP is kind of trimming down on the tools that are either retired or no longer needed. So when you install the Business Object suite of tools, as part of the installation, the Explorer or the dashboards will no longer be installed. So this is going to cut down a lot of your licensing cost. And the very important thing, and the third thing, is the cloud extension policy, that as SAP calls it, wherein you can trade part of your on-premise maintenance licensing cost and can be transferred to the cloud subscription. So this kind of clearly enables clearly lowers the cost entry barrier for customers who are looking to enter into the cloud. So that clearly shows that the SAP's analytics strategy is going to be on SAP Analytics Cloud, on a pure play cloud-based analytics solution, as well as on SAP Business Objects Enterprise as an on-premise BI solution. So as we see SAP Analytics Cloud, let's take a look at some of the capabilities of Analytics Cloud, what is in store for Analytics Cloud, and what is the roadmap looking like for Analytics Cloud. So when we talk about Analytics Cloud, SAP is very clear about the one simple cloud strategy. So SAP Analytics Cloud is capable of the business intelligence, planning, predictive. There is this application design, a new upcoming tool within SAP Analytics Cloud. Everything under one service, which is capable of connecting live to either your cloud data source or your on-premise data source, or even to a hybrid data source wherein you can connect to both cloud or on-premise and then blend them on your story layer, on your cloud layer. So it has this digital boardroom which kind of consolidates different stories and gives you a consolidated view. There is a very good mobile capability that comes along with SAP Analytics Cloud, and also the Analytics Hub, which is capable of consolidating all the various visualization tools, SAP and non-SAP. So any organization comprises of two different types of personas. One is the consumer, the other one is a data preparator. So 80% of the data consumers are either executives, managers, or casual business users, whereas the remaining 20% are the people who prepare data, who build ad hoc or ad hoc reports or visualizations. They do some complex data analysis or statistical analysis. So in any organization of this sort, which is common across enterprises, SAP Analytics Cloud as a BI planning predictive tool kind of sits right at the horizontal of all the users, can cater to the needs of each of these different users. And with its application design and enterprise reporting capability that are due to come in the new future, SAP Analytics Cloud is kind of positioned as the go-to tool by SAP for the future. As an extension to the previous slide, if you see, any reporting environment can be divided, any reporting use case can be divided into these four broad categories: the storyboards, formatted reports, dashboards, and applications. The business are capable of creating their own self-service storyboards and use them, whereas the IT is needed for building some enterprise-wide reporting tools, dashboarding, complex reporting tools that can be used by the enterprise. And if you see at the last row, there are some popular tools that cater to each of these reporting requirements. SAP Analytics Cloud can be seen in each of these four columns. The point that we are trying to emphasize is the storyboarding and dashboarding capability is well-known fact that SAP Analytics Cloud is capable of. Now, where SAP is investing and the future is going to be is on the formatted reporting category and the application category with the enterprise reporting strategy that SAP is doing. The formatted reports, forms, and a lot of other enterprise reporting capabilities are getting implemented in the SAP Analytics Cloud, and with the application design that is currently in beta and it is expected to release soon, can cater to the enterprise IT built applications. So some exciting times ahead. So certain cloud offering, the cloud offerings from SAP are SAC, as we know, is the visualization tool. SAP Cloud Platform is another tool where SAP Analytics Cloud resides and facilitates all the core capabilities. There is a dedicated mobile app for SAP Analytics Cloud, which is currently available for all iOS devices, and it is going to be released for Android as well soon. There is this digital boardroom, as I said earlier, which is an extension of SAP Analytics Cloud, which can collaborate and consolidate all the different stories and reports into one. And then the Analytics Hub, which is a common portal to consume SAP and non-SAP reports and then show it in one portal. And the application design, another upcoming tool, which is expected to be launched somewhere in Q2 of 2019, which is capable of some complex scripting and creating sophisticated applications as well. And what is even more interesting is the fact that Analytics Hub and application design will be included as part of the SAC BI subscription itself. So having seen the options to get into the cloud, these are some of the capabilities that SAP Analytics Cloud offers to the customers. So we've kind of tried to classify the capabilities into four broad categories: the BI capability, planning and predictive, mobile capabilities, and some of the other unique features. As we all know, the BI capabilities, the visualization, stories, data connectivity to SAP and non-SAP data sources. We can combine data sources. There is a lot of smart features. The enterprise reporting capability, I keep reporting enterprise reporting capability because a lot of emphasis is being made on that. And we'll see more on that later. And the application design as well. It is due for launch. There is also a lot of investment going on in the smart predict, smart insight, smart discovery, and smart grouping, wherein SAP Analytics Cloud utilizes some of the machine learning capabilities and come up with its own insights and data discovery options. The mobile capabilities, there is an iOS app, and Android is planned for the future. There is also the other unique features like the boardroom and some collaborating options that are available within SAP Analytics Cloud. So a lot of exciting features on store currently, and a lot of new features that are expected to be launched in the near future. Makes it even more interesting. If you're ever wondering how the customers and users across the world are perceiving SAP Analytics Cloud as a go-to tool, this BI survey 2018 from BARC makes it very clear that SAP is right on top. It kind of scores high on business value and customer experience, but kind of falls short on the competitiveness category, but again scores high on customer satisfaction. And as Gerrit tweeted on the 21st of February, SAP Analytics Cloud is already under the fourth year of development. So it is kind of a mature tool now. And there are already 2,200, more than 2,200 customers using SAP Analytics Cloud. So as we talk through this, if you're wondering if any of our customers are already using SAP Analytics Cloud as a reporting tool, this is a live use case that we've implemented SAP Analytics Cloud for one of our customers, KMG Chemicals. They are a reference customer to Visual BI and SAP as well. So they have SAP ECC on HANA, SAP ECC, and R3 as well. So we kind of used smart data integration using HANA adapter and file adapter, brought the data to the SAP Cloud Platform, built HANA views on top of that, and using SAP Analytics Cloud's live HANA connectivity, built a lot of visualizations and reports on top of their data. So this organization has gone live with SAP Analytics Cloud, and they are currently using SAP Analytics Cloud as their visualization tool. So I keep mentioning application design, which is currently in the beta stage. So it is kind of a Lumira designer type of application development on the cloud. It is capable of building enterprise dashboard with planning and predictive integrated in it. It has a lot of powerful scripting capabilities, so that the IT team will be able to build a lot of enterprise dashboards and sophisticated applications. What we think is, with the improved connectivity options that SAP has promised and the upcoming data blending options, application design will be the enterprise-wide application tool going forward, with leveraging the cloud facilities that SAP offers. The GA is expected in Q2 2019, and as I mentioned earlier, it will be part of the SAP BI subscription as well. And if you would like to know more about what application design is all about and how does it work, register for one of our upcoming webinars that is going to be exclusively on application design. Having said about application design, there was another term that I keep emphasizing on, which is the enterprise reporting. So the enterprise reporting is actually a lot of the standard business objects enterprise reporting capabilities, which is going to be available in SAP Analytics Cloud. This comprises of like alerting, scheduling of content, the report bursting, sending your reports to various destinations, building formatted reports, building forms and scorecards, personalizing reports, share them, and collaborating. And with the upcoming connectivity to use the Webby reports and the improved universe connectivity, what we feel is the entire enterprise reporting can be pushed to the cloud as well with this feature. And the business objects platforms security also could be extended to the cloud, so that there is better reusability and better security as well to your reports and data. So with all these interesting factors, interesting features that are coming up, we try to consolidate all the upcoming releases and the roadmap into one slide. I mean, broadly classifying it under 5 different heads. If you see, there is going to be a lot of improvements and integration that is going to happen on the connectivity options. So there are 2 types of connections if you have worked on SAP Analytics Cloud, which is the live and acquired connections. Right now, currently, as we speak, there is a lot of feature parity difference between these 2 connections. SAP is constantly working on bridging the gap between the feature parity between these 2 connections. They are going to introduce a lot of more live connections. There is going to be a lot of live connectivity to non-SAP databases as well. So it's going to be constantly evolving with a lot more interesting connectivity options and some seamless connectivity options coming up on SAP Analytics Cloud. When it comes to modeling, visualization, and application development, we have the entire modeling aspect of SAP Analytics Cloud will be revamped. It will be enhanced. It will be more user-friendly. The user experience is going to be more, and there is going to be application design that will be coming up. There is also a lot of investment that is going on in planning. There is also the mobile integration between SAP Analytics Cloud mobile app and the Roam BI mobile app that is going to happen. The geospatial support for mobile devices are going to improve. There is localization support that is going to come in. The administration is also improving. There is a lot of the folder-based security models are coming in. Export import folder options are coming up. So there are a lot of exciting features in the pipeline that SAP Analytics Cloud will see in the new feature, and all these features are going to make SAP Analytics Cloud a very interesting tool and a very interesting tool to work on. Having seen about the capabilities of the SAP Analytics Cloud, let's now quickly jump into what are the different connectivity options and the data blending options that are available within SAC. So this is broadly the connection architecture of SAP Analytics Cloud. As you see, SAP Analytics Cloud is capable of connecting to, cloud on-premise solutions with through various connectivity options like live and import connections. There is going to be a lot of improvements on the data connectivity setup. The features parity between differences between live and import connections are narrowing down. The number of live data connections to non-SAP data sources are increasing. Data blending, an important aspect of combining multiple data sources from different connections, are improving. There is going to be a lot of improvements on connectivity. So if we have to compare one to one as to what a universe connection is going to be, what BW connection is going to be, we'll quickly jump into, if you're using universe as your data source, and if you're planning to use a live versus an acquired connection to get data into SAP Analytics Cloud. These are some of the features that are supported in live connections, and that some of the features that are supported in acquired connections. So it is very clear that a live connection is something where your data stays on premise and your visualization happens on the cloud, whereas an acquired connection is where your data is being pulled into your cloud layer and then it is being visualized there. So when compared to acquired connections, there are still a lot of limitations with respect to live connections. But this parity is slowly going to go up. There is going to be a lot of parity between the live and acquired connections. Similarly, when it comes to BW connectivity, you can see acquired connectivity is better than live connectivity, but again, the constant improvement is going on to make live connectivity better too. And when it comes to HANA connectivity, currently HANA has only live connectivity, and there are a few limitations in live connectivity as well. But the next release of SAP Analytics Cloud is going to see huge improvements in terms of HANA connectivity as well. And with respect to non-SAP database connectivity, I mean, on the right, you see a picture wherein it shows there are live connectivity options, there are import connectivity options to SAP as well as non-SAP data sources. This also includes some third-party partner-delivered contents. The table on your left, I've tried to summarize few of the key databases which can connect to SAP Analytics Cloud through either live, acquired, or partner-delivered contents. So all non-SAP live connections need SAP Cloud Platform and uses a smart data integration and smart data access adapters to get data to the SAP Analytics Cloud. Okay, so these are some of the live and acquired connectivity options. Now, I have a data source which comes live into my SAP Analytics Cloud. I have another data source which comes acquired as acquired connectivity. And if my requirement is to merge these two data sources and see the end result, say on a chart or on a table, will I be able to do that? So with the introduction of data blending, which came recently, that we can pretty much do a combination of live versus acquired, or acquired versus acquired connections as well. So this matrix, which kind of shows you which live connection can be blended with which acquired connection. Say, for example, if you take the first row, a flat file can be blended with another flat file, whereas a flat file cannot be blended with a SAP BW live data source. But a flat file can be blended with an SAP BW acquired data source. So this kind of indicates that SAP is trying to bring in a lot of data blending options into the platform. Having said that, as we talk, this matrix could get updated because this is constantly evolving, and SAP is kind of pushing updates into the improvements into the data blending option of SAP Analytics Cloud. Okay, we saw some of the connectivity options. Now, if you are a legacy BI reporting user and you are looking at SAP Analytics Cloud as an option to migrate uh, migrate to the SAP Analytics Cloud, uh, what are the features that fares well against SAP Analytics Cloud and what do not? So we've taken some of the tools and compared it against SAP Analytics Cloud. So if you see Lumira Discovery versus SAP Analytics Cloud, SAP Analytics Cloud has a upper hand over SAP Lumira Discovery. All features of Lumira Discovery are currently supported by SAP Analytics Cloud. There are also some features that are not supported in Lumira Discovery are supported as part of SAP Analytics Cloud. So also the VI predictive and planning features, the visualization and storyboarding capabilities, the digital boardroom, the integration with the cloud platform, all clearly makes SAP Analytics Cloud stand apart from Lumira Discovery. And if you are planning to migrate to SAP Analytics Cloud from Lumira Discovery, you can do so immediately. I mean, SAP Analytics Cloud can cater to whatever needs that SAP Discovery was doing. Now, if you are an SAP Explorer user, I mean, customer trying to migrate to SAP Analytics Cloud, SAP Analytics Cloud is on par with Explorer as well. With the death of Adobe Flash, certain customers who are using SAP Explorer are looking to move to SAP Analytics Cloud as their reporting tool. Except for some of the few sharing and collaborating features like bookmarking and exporting, where there is still a little bit of limitation on SAP Analytics Cloud, every other feature is kind of supported in SAP Analytics Cloud and it can be migrated. And if you are a customer who are predominantly into or still into SAP dashboards or Excel sheets and looking at migrating to SAP Analytics Cloud, uh, there is a little bit of gap between Excel sheets and SAP Analytics Cloud. If you see on the left side of the slide, most of the components are supported. If you move on to the right side, there is a gap between SAP dashboards and SAP Analytics Cloud. And if you're moving to selectors, the gap starts to widen further, wherein a lot of selectors that are available in Excel sheets is not available on SAP Analytics Cloud. And there are also other utilities, maps, and other features. So maps are supported very well in SAP Analytics Cloud. There are certain utilities like calendar, print button, trend icon, trend aligns, analyzer. These are certain components which are still not available in SAP Analytics Cloud. So as a summary, what we are trying to conclude is, if you want more feature parity and functionality to replicate the Excel sheets dashboard as it is right now into a new tool, a Lumira designer along with VBX can serve your purpose. But if you are looking at less fancy stuff, a more functionality oriented dashboards with some cloud capabilities and flexibilities, then SAP Analytics Cloud is surely the tool to look forward to. Having said that, SAP Analytics Cloud comes with its own mobile app. There is also this Roam BI app which SAP acquired. So SAP, the Roam BI app is getting integrated into SAP Analytics Cloud. SAP Analytics Cloud mobile app will be the application in focus going forward. The content can be built directly in the SAP Analytics Cloud itself. If you see the screenshot on the left, which clearly shows that Roam BI application can be created within the SAP Analytics Cloud. This is still not there. It is still in under development. It is yet to come. So when you compare the feature parity between SAP Analytics Cloud Mobile, Roam BI, and SAP BO Mobile, there is not much of a difference between these three mobile apps. Each of these mobile app is capable of doing certain things better than the other mobile app. So with respect to mobile capabilities are concerned, SAP Analytics Mobile is more than capable of doing stuff when compared to the other apps. So having seen some of the features and capabilities of SAP Analytics Cloud, now the question arises, if SAP Analytics Cloud is even ready for prime time, can we focus on SAP Analytics Cloud as the go-to enterprise-wide analytics tool going forward? So to emphasize on that factor, I will walk you through another live customer use case. We will do some of the feature comparison at a high level with the other self-service BI tools. I will also walk you through one ideal architecture where the customers can opt for SAP Analytics Cloud as their analytics tool. Some upcoming features and investment areas in SAP Analytics Cloud, which makes it exciting to move to the cloud. So this is another live use case that we did for another customer in the US. This is another customer which who uses SAP ECC as their data source. We use SDI file adapter, replicated the data to the SAP Cloud Platform, again built HANA models on top of that, and using SAP Analytics Cloud live connectivity to HANA, we created visualizations on top of HANA models. This is a very successful project which is ongoing. We've also delivered training for SAP Analytics Cloud to them. We've delivered some best practices for data modeling and analytics. We've implemented security, domain-based security. We've also done some validation, data validation and testing between the ECC and the SAP platform. So this is a very successful use case which is currently live and ongoing. So when you compare the high-level features between SAP Analytics Cloud and some of the leading self-service BI tools in the industry, like Power BI, Tableau, Click, and Spotfire, this is at a very high-level comparison. SAP Analytics Cloud kind of fares equal or better to other BI tools in the market. Where SAP Analytics Cloud has an advantage or an edge over the other BI tools is the two areas where it is highlighted: the application design and the reporting capabilities. So with the application design that is due for launch in Q2 2019 and the enterprise reporting capability that is on the roadmap, SAP Analytics Cloud has the potential over other BI tools, self-service BI tools, to be the strategic reporting analytics tool on the cloud going forward. So some exciting times ahead. This is the ideal customer profile architecture where a customer can confidently go for SAP Analytics Cloud as their reporting tool. If you are a heavily SAP based shop wherein you have an on-premise BW system or a BOE enterprise business objects enterprise universe, you have a S4 HANA, BW for HANA, and C4 HANA on-premise, SAP Analytics Cloud is the right tool for you. I mean, when compared to Power BI or a Tableau. Similarly, when you have a SAP suite of cloud systems like the S4 HANA, C4 HANA on the cloud, HANA Cloud Enterprise Cloud, SCP, and some SAP cloud systems like the Ariba, SuccessFactors, or Fieldglass, SAP Analytics Cloud kind of seamlessly integrates with these cloud and on-premise tools easily. And with the advent of data blending and other combining data sources options, SAP Analytics Cloud can be a potential analytics tool to kind of leverage the data from these cloud and on-premise solutions and be a reporting option going forward. So having said that, so to summarize this webinar and what SAP Analytics Cloud as a tool consists of and what it has in offer. Right now, we have some great visualization and storyboarding capabilities. The data connectivity to SAP Live and acquired data sources are very good. There are a lot of non-SAP database connectivity. The planning, predictive, and forecasting capabilities are very good. Commenting and collaborations are good. We have an iOS mobile application. There is little bit of feature imparity between live and acquired connections. There are a few component limitations as well. But if you see what's coming on the center, SAP is kind of investing a lot on connectivity improvements to both SAP and non-SAP data sources. And the feature parity between live and acquired connections are always getting better. And the non-SAP database sources connectivity are also improving a lot. And with the data blending options, you can always integrate live versus acquired connections and kind of blend the data together. You can also create multi-source models wherein your model can source data from multiple data sources. With the hybrid BI strategy, there is going to be a better integration with SAP BOE suite of tools, with Webby, with Universe. The analysis for Office can connect to your SAP Analytics Cloud models. There is also going to be these enterprise reporting capabilities that will be coming up. An Android app is on the works. The Android support is going to come. The application design is going to come with a lot of sophisticated scripting capabilities to build a lot of enterprise applications. SAP Analytics Cloud is going to open SDKs and APIs as well. The licensing option is streamlined. You can either choose to be completely on-premise or migrate some of your on-premise licenses to your SAP Analytics Cloud. There is going to be a lot of investment and improvements to smart assist and smart predict. The planning and predictive capabilities are going to improve. Bookmarking and sharing capabilities are going to improve. The collaborative features are going to improve. So a lot of exciting features. We are all pumped up to see what SAP has in store to offer us, and what we are looking forward to SAP offering on SAP Analytics Cloud. It's going to be an exciting next few months. So having seen all this, I'll quickly walk you through a couple of demos. So the first demo is going to be sales and distribution analytics, which is built on live HANA connectivity. It is built on top of 13 plus million records. So this solution is actually built on 13 plus million records. So it shows the capability of SAP Analytics Cloud if it can handle huge volumes of data. It has planning, forecasting, and predictive embedded in it. A lot of components are used in this demo, ranging from maps, trellis, heat map, tree map. There are a lot of features, SAP Analytics features that are implemented in this demo. You can see linked analysis, calculated measures, restricted measures, explorer, and all. I'll quickly walk through. This is a digital boardroom solution for sales and distribution analytics. So this landing page kind of summarizes the contents on this dashboard, on this application. There is going to be sales performance, there is going to be product performance, vendor performance, and store performance as well. So this kind of integrates all that in the boardroom, and kind of consolidates all the view into one view. So from here you have the option to either jump to the page related to that, or you can either switch to the page from the menu that is available here. So if we move on to the sales performance page of the story, this kind of shows a consolidated sales on the left side, and then the sales by vendor category on product on the right side. So the data that is available in this dashboard is as of Q3 2018. All these charts are linked through linked analysis, so I can drill down from this chart to all the data across this dashboard. Every other chart and number changes when I drill down on it. I can drill back up. The product performance makes use of a trellis chart. It kind of consolidates the sales for 2017, 2018, and the 3 quarters in 2018 as well. It kind of separates the 3 quarters. There is also YTD performance, which kind of shows current YTD and the YTD for the same period last year. It compares it side by side. There is also market share analysis, where this is a bubble chart which shows sales of products by category, and then the product sales by the overall market share is there, the top 20, top 25 products. There is also a vendor performance story, which kind of shows which has a tree map, shows the color shows the performance of the vendor. This is also a drill down again. I click on one vendor, the chart on the right filters for one vendor. There is a more detailed vendor performance tabular form here. I can choose to filter for one vendor or multiple vendors, and then see the data getting filtered for that. There is also a top 50 brand distribution page. So it is like a sales per vendor by category. So it is kind of broken down by category. This is also linked as well. So if I have to drill down to one vendor and one category, it kind of filters the charts on the right side. There is also a store performance, which is kind of interesting. It uses a geo map, and kind of this geo map is also linked to the data on the right. I can drill down on this geo map, and this gets passed as a filter to all the data available on the story. The data gets filtered for that particular county or city that I drill down. I get the option to drill down even further to a store level. The data gets drilled down to the store level as well. I can drill back up as well to the highest level. There is also a store analysis page, wherein I can choose multiple geographies and cities as filters, and then analyze how my store is performing for each product. The next is the important part of this application. We have the planning and forecasting. So this uses a planning model. The actuals come from the data set. The budget and forecast are two new versions of planning that is created. Data is available till October 2018. So whatever you, sorry, September 2018. So whatever you see for Q4 2018 is all are done using the planning model. Predictive forecasting is the future is a feature of SAP Analytics Cloud, is an inbuilt feature. Using that feature, we have predicted this. The 2019 3% growth scenario is based on a 3% year-on-year growth over the predicted forecast. The information that you see on the table here is actually depicted on the chart below. And there is also a time series prediction that is available here. So the data that is available here uses a time series prediction and gets predicted here. So the automatic forecast, this uses the automatic forecasting algorithm that is built in SAC. There are also other forecasting algorithms that comes with SAP Analytics Cloud, such like the linear regression and triple exponential smoothing as well. And the important aspect of this is I can choose to filter on one category, and the planning, the forecasting is also filtered for that particular one category. The prediction, the forecasting happens on the fly. And another important aspect of this application is the data exploring option. So I can choose, I right click on this application and then go to the Explorer. So this gives the option of me choosing various measures and dimensions, and then kind of analyzing or exploring data and discovering some insights out of this. There is also a variance that is shown on the right side. So this is a comprehensive demo that is built using the majority of the components that are available in SAP Analytics Cloud. There is a lot of features that are covered as part of this demo as well. If you need more details about this demo, you can. This is listed on the SAP App Center, and you can also download this demo, which is available as part of the third-party application content on your SAP platform, in your SAP Analytics Cloud platform. As we move on, as we come to the end of this webinar, I would like to emphasize some of the products as part of Visual BI. We have the Visual BI extensions for Design Studio. We call it VBX. It is the #1 reviewed app in the SAP App Center. We have the value driver tree as well for dynamic planning, modeling, and simulations. There is also the VBI view, which kind of integrates a lot of SAP and non-SAP BI tools into one platform. There is also a single sign-on integration that is happening. It is entirely secure, and you also get audit and usage reporting as well. And we also offer a self-service BI evaluation, wherein we come and evaluate your architecture, your environment, and kind of do an architecture study. We provide strategy. We provide how what BI tool best fits your scenario. How is your system landscape currently in? Do a review on that. We also do an architecture review. If you need more additional help on this, feel free to get in touch with us or visit our website. Also, I would like to remind you all, our next webinar is going to be on Life After Excelsius. Is it going to be Lumira Designer or SAP Analytics Cloud? Some interesting insights are in store in this webinar. I would request you to register for this webinar and make use of this opportunity. Let's move on to see if there are any questions. I'll try and answer a few questions. In case if I don't answer your questions, I will get back to you, email you the answers to your questions. So the first question is, what does SAP then mean when they say they are not investing in business objects? They are suggesting if no existing investment and greenfield, do not look at business objects. This question is by Kevin Hunt. So if you see the latest SAP Analytics roadmap that SAP released a couple of weeks back, the indication is very clear where SAP says that the Bob J platform, the Business Objects Enterprise platform, the BI 4.3 is due for release in early 2020 or 2019. Sorry, I'm sorry, 2020. So the support will be extended till after 2026 plus. So for another, at least for another 7-8 years, the Bob J and the Business Objects Enterprise system is going to be there. So there is a lot of investment going on. There is a lot of improvements going on. There is a lot of integration going on between SAP Analytics Cloud and the Bob J environment as well. The next question is, will you share your slide deck with the participants? Yes, we will also share the recording of this webinar. The link will be emailed to you later. Then another question from B.O. Edwards. If BEX queries are stored on BW server and BobJ webbies are stored with Business Objects Enterprise repository, where are SAC stories stored? Okay, so SAC is the analytics on cloud. SAC is actually residing on SAP Cloud Platform. So the the application itself is on the cloud. You get to design the applications on the web browser, log into your cloud web browser, do the design there and save it there. The updates to the application, the software are being pushed by SAP directly onto the cloud. So at any point in time you log into your SAP Analytics Cloud, the latest software is there. So the SAC stories are stored in the SAP Cloud Platform. Another question from Rob Dawson. Does the SAP Cloud Connection support HANA calculation views as data source for SAP analysis? Yes, SAP Analytics Cloud can connect to HANA views through the live HANA connectivity. Yes, it is possible. Another question from Krishna Pasumarthi. Can we use existing on-premise BPC as a source in SAC? Yes, that is possible. Okay, so an interesting question from Alok Mehta. Was this dashboard data in cloud or on-prem? How is the SAC performance when connecting back and forth with on-premise data? So an interesting question. So as I presented during my webinar, there are two types of connections to SAC. One is the live connection and one is the acquired connection. So the live connection, as the name says, it is live. The data resides on your on-premise systems. Whereas during runtime, the visualization happens on the cloud. The data remains on-premise. But the acquired connection pulls all the data to the cloud layer, the SCP layer, and then processes the data there. So these are two different things. The second part of the question is, how is the SAP Analytics Cloud performance when connecting back and forth with on-premise data? So the demo that we showed uses a live HANA connectivity with over 13 million records, and the performance was pretty quick. But if it is going to be a flat file or some other connections, there are some data limitations as well. But as far as performance is concerned, the volume of data and with live connectivity, the data processing happens in the database layer. It is actually very good. The performance is very good. I have another question which says, is there a low row limit on the number of rows that SAP Analytics Cloud can handle? Yes. So in case of live connection, the data, as I told, the data gets processed in the database layer. So theoretically, there is no limitation. But in case of acquired connections, SAP has certain limitations. It can handle up to 800,000 rows with 100 columns. When it comes to planning models, also there is a row limit of 250,000 records, 250,000 rows. I think with that, we come to the end of this webinar. Thanks for attending this webinar, and do look forward to a lot more fruitful webinars from us. Visit our website for our upcoming webinars and some interesting resources that are available. Thanks for joining again. You all have a nice day.